Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. I did not have high hopes for this book. The previous book from this imprint, Burger Books, from Dark Horse, was, what was it? She Can Fly? Or She Could Fly? I forget the exact title, but you know the book I'm talking about. I did reviews of every issue, and it was a totally insane book with art that made me feel kind of greasy. Like, so I'm like, what are we looking for here? Well, it's something that's in the same vein, but it's different. It presents us with a real mystery as opposed to just crazy people being crazy. So it starts off, she's drowning. Something happens. She's flashing back. And she's like total 60s counterculture idiot. That was seriously bleeped up. There was no curfew I wouldn't break, no argument I wouldn't start, no illegal substance I wouldn't ingest. Drove my parents crazy and worried my kid sister Elizabeth sick. I just couldn't get them to understand that I was a Brooklyn-born Siddhartha. You're not Buddha, you're just an idiot teenager. She goes out, her neighbor, Miss Horowitz, warns her, the world's a dangerous place for girls. So naturally, what does she do? Well, she drops a tab of acid and goes to a bar with her friends. She freaks out at the bar. She meets some guy. She's super high. Starts making out with him. And you guys ready for this? Stab, 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 stab. Stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab, stab. So she goes home. Only home's gone. Mrs. Horowitz is still there. Mrs. Horowitz is like, well, they live here. And so she goes to the address that she gives her, and where does she go? She meets herself. Isn't that weird? And her older self is like, I don't know what happened to my kid sister. I don't know what happened to Elizabeth. She ran off. She never got over your death. Well, I guess she didn't really die, but she ended up just as messed up as you, so good job being a great role model. I don't know what's with the painting goddess. It kind of reminds me of a show on the BBC where there was like Kali lurking around this dude or something. I don't know, but that's the mystery. That there's something going on there that I don't understand yet, and I want to. But how do you get split into two places at once? I think the next issue, and I'm intentionally trying to avoid spoilers. Hold on, let me just kind of flip and see if I can show you. No, I shouldn't show you this page because there's a big punchline here. No, not really punchline. There's a big thing at the end of the book, and the very last panel is oof. But I just knew she wasn't. That every horrible word was true. But it wasn't just loss and grief tearing me apart. It was jealousy, because however tragic, however painful that old woman's life might have been, at least she'd had a life. The life that would have been mine if I had been murdered on April night, 1969. Oh God, I remember. Oh God, I'm dead. I'm dead, but if I'm dead, who are you? Yeah, who is she? What's going on? Did she fall into another world? Is this an alternate universe? Did some goddess split her into two people so that she could It's a Wonderful Life it and fix herself before she makes mistakes? Is that what's going on here? I don't know. It's an interesting premise. And I kind of want to see it through. So I'm definitely picking up the next issue. The writing was fine. It was fine. The art was pretty good, actually, for the most part. I mean, you look at this, people look like people. Now, the angle choice, maybe we can have some arguments about, because there's a lot of these kind of flat angles through the book, but every now and then we get these inspired shots like this. Maybe she's a key figure, because look at this. Look at the arrangement here. We're looking down on her. She has no power. So who has the power? She does. So maybe Miss Horowitz is more important than it looks like she is. And boy, this sequence here, making out, she opens her eyes. Something's wrong, and then stab. But Hugh kissing him, feeling his hands on me, was like a Sexual vortex, spinning wildly. Stab, 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 stabbing, stabbing, stab, 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 stab. Stab, stab, stab. So it's a pretty interesting book. I get the feeling that this whole Burger Books line is going to be like failed television show scripts or something. Because when I think about it, in fact, hold on. So when I think about it, the first She Could Fly series, apparently it's coming back. I guess I'm going to have to start, I'm going to pick that up. Oh, God help me. You got to have a certain amount of badness in your life, right? But like this was written by a television writer, and it felt like television writing with stupid people doing stupid things for stupid reasons. So what I'm wondering is that what's going to happen here with this story? Are people going to start doing things just for the sake of like being dramatic and doing things like making bad decisions because that's what makes the story interesting? I don't know. I really want to see where this goes. So that's my word, my piece on The Girl in the Bay. $3.99, Dark Horse, for mature readers. It didn't seem that mature. It didn't seem any worse than like Vertigo, which was aimed at teenagers. So, meh. I'll see you all next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until then, bye-bye.